Assalamu alaikum Mid-City students. Hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the academic session 2020-21. Today is our second lecture of science for grade 5. Hope you all have understood the previous lecture. A short review about boiling and melting of our last lecture. What is boiling and melting? The most important thing is the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius and the melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius. Our today's topic is what is evaporation. To page number 8. What is evaporation? Evaporation means the change of a liquid into a gas is called evaporation. Unlike boiling, which takes place at the boiling point, evaporation can take place at any temperature, but boiling has a fixed temperature that you have learnt in the previous class is 100 degrees Celsius. The second is there are many examples of evaporation in our daily lives. Today we will learn about it. The first example is related to clothes hung out to dry. This is the normal daily example. Wet clothes dry by evaporation. When it is too hot, the clothes dry quickly. When it is mild, the clothes take time to dry. The water in the clothes gain heat from the surroundings and changes into water vapor. The second example is perspiration on our skin. What does perspiration means? It means sweating. When it's too hot, we sweat a lot. We sweat when we are hot. When the water in our sweating gains heat from our skin and the surrounding, it evaporates. When it evaporates, the loss of heat from our skin helps to cool down our body. Now the third example of our daily life is we all use perfume. Perfume sprayed on our skin. Perfume evaporates quickly when sprayed on our skin. It doesn't stay there. This allows the scent to reach our nose quickly. Going further with all these explanations, we'll come to the difference between boiling and evaporation. There are three important differences between boiling and evaporation. Evaporation occurs at any temperature. What is the temperature is not important. But in boiling occurs at a definite temperature. And we have learned in the previous lecture that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. The second important point is evaporation occurs at surface area. But in boiling, it occurs within the liquid. The third important point is evaporation occurs when evaporation occurs, no bubbles are formed. But in boiling, we can see bubbles appear. When the water boils, you can see bubbles appear in the water. Now we'll learn what affects the rate of evaporation. What is rate of evaporation? Rate of evaporation is how quickly evaporation takes place is known as rate of evaporation. Now there are one example given on the slide, but for two more examples you have to refer page number 12 and 13. Look at this picture. There are two images on the slide, hot day and cold day. Do wet clothes dry more quickly on a hot day or on a cold day? The answer to this is wet clothes dry more quickly on a hot day as compared to on a cold day because a high surrounding area temperature. These are the important points where the rate of evaporation depends. The first is the high surrounding temperature. The second is the presence of the wind, and third is the large surface area. All help to increase the rate of evaporation. So for this you have to refer page number 12 and 13 for more examples. Now the second important explanation is what happens when a liquid evaporates from a solution. Look at this picture. This picture shows piles of white solids. Do you know what these white solids are? Yes, the white solids are salt from seawater. Most of the salt that we add to food comes from seawater. When a liquid evaporates from a solution, the solid is left behind. In this picture, seawater is left in salt pans to allow the water to evaporate. When it is dry, when all the water has evaporated, see, salt is left in the pan. Now what is solution? When a solid dissolves in a liquid is called solution. A solid that can dissolve in a liquid is called soluble. For example, salt is soluble in water. It can dissolve in water. So we'll get, when it dissolves in water, we get a salt solution. For more information, you have to refer to page number 14 and 15. From this, what we have learned today is evaporation, examples of evaporation, effects of evaporation, what is soluble and solution. With this, we have completed our explanation of this part. Now in the next session of chapter 1, we will learn about condensation and water cycle. Hope you enjoy learning and you all have understood this explanation. But you have to read the book thoroughly after you have seen the slides. Thank you. Have a great day.